TeraFlex's 60-axle HD ball joint kit was developed for our own Tera 60 axles. But the ball joints fit on many different 60-style axles, including 1999 to 2024 Ford Super Duty axles. A comprehensive list of all the axles it fits lives on the TeraFlex website. While these ball joints will be installed on new Tera 60 axles, any axles made before March 2026 will not have them. This video shows the proper way to install the ball joints onto a Tera 60 axle with a few notes about installing them on Super Duty or other 60 axles. To begin the installation, lift the vehicle off the ground and remove the front wheels. Cut the zip ties holding the ABS line to the brake line. Remove the brake caliper from the knuckle and hang it safely out of the way. Then remove the rotor. Disconnect the ABS line from the axle. The tie rod needs to be removed, so disconnect the steering stabilizer. The Falcon stabilizer just disconnects from the axle. Disconnect the tie rod ends from the knuckles. You'll probably want to use an air hammer here. Notice we are careful not to hammer the stud directly, but rather the nut. You can also hit the knuckle from the side to try and get the stud to fall loose. However you do it, make sure the nuts stay on a few threads to catch the tie rod when it falls loose. Then simply remove the tie rod from the vehicle. Disconnect the drag link from the knuckle and hang it up next to the frame. Remove the 4 bolts holding the hub to the knuckle. If you're lucky, removing the bolts will separate the hub, otherwise you might need to use a little force to separate them. Pull the shaft out of the axle supporting it as you do so, to be careful not to damage the seals. Make sure you check the seals before reinstalling the shaft and replace them if you need to. Remove the cotter pin from the top nut. Loosen the nut, but leave it on a few threads to catch the knuckle when it drops loose. Loosen the lower nut and leave it on a little bit as well. Hammer on the studs and knuckle on both the top and bottom until the knuckle drops loose. Be aware the ball joint nuts can loosen as you hammer on the knuckle. Depending on the age and rust level of your axle, this can be a very time-consuming step. Remove the snap rings on the ball joints. Sometimes the truck axles don't have an upper snap ring, just the lower one. Press out the ball joints by starting with the upper joint. We are obviously using a hydraulic press to do this, which is a fast way to do it, but you can also use a press tool which can be rented from an auto supply shop, in case you don't want to buy one. Either tool will work, it's just a matter of which one you have available. The new HD ball joints have a set screw that sits below the lip. A notch will have to be made to be able to access the set screw once the ball joint is pressed in. The notch should be pointed a little forward or towards the rear just to make accessing it easier. For the Tera 60 axles, we will have the notch pointing a little to the rear. Set the ball joint into the hole and mark where you want to have the notch. Do this for both the top and the bottom, as both will need the notch. Use a carbide burr bit and grind down the metal. Make a half circle that is about a ½ inch at its widest. Remove only the material on the lip and avoid grinding off any of the flat surface where the ball joint will sit. As you can see in the video, we stopped just before it touched the flat surface. Before pressing in the ball joints, cover them in a coat of anti-seize. This acts as a lubricant to press them in. But unlike mineral oil, it will stay. You probably won't ever need to press these out, but if you do, you'll be grateful you did this. Press the lower ball joint in first. Make sure the set screw lines up with the notch. A ball joint press tool can be used for this. You don't need a hydraulic press. Press in the upper ball joint after you've pressed in the lower. Attach the snap rings. Make sure they sit in the grooves on the ball joints. On some of the trucks we installed these ball joints onto, the snap ring on the upper ball joint couldn't be attached, but as long as the lower snap ring goes on, then it'll be okay. Before installing the knuckles onto the axle, loosen the set screw, and then use the provided tools to loosen the ball joints until they can move freely. We found it's better to install the ball joints with them loosened a little bit, and then set the preload once the knuckles installed. Coat the pins with a little anti-seize. Again, this is a little trick to help things come loose should you need to remove the knuckle in the future. Reuse the collar that came with the axle. It should still be good. Put anti-seize on this as well. Set the collar into the upper hole on the axle and install the knuckle. Tightening needs to be done in steps. Initially tighten the lower ball joint to 35 foot-pounds. Then tighten the upper ball joint to 69 foot-pounds. Final tighten the lower ball joint to 150 foot-pounds. Adjusting the preload needs to be done after the ball joints are installed but before the wheels are put back on. Some upward pressure on the knuckle is needed to help simulate the knuckle being under load. Set up a jack stand under the knuckle to push up on it a little. Start by loosening the set screw again. Use the provided tools with an inch-pound torque wrench. You might also need an adapter. There's a different tool for upper and lower ball joints. For the upper ball joint, tighten to 30 inch-pounds. For the lower ball joint, tighten to 30 inch-pounds and then back it off 1/8 of a turn. Make sure the tool does not catch or bind up on the knuckle. Then retighten the set screw to 100 inch-pounds. On one of the trucks we installed the ball joints onto, the backing plate needs to be removed and the lower ball joint needs to be adjusted through an opening on the knuckle. Be aware of the best way to adjust the ball joints before you install them. The final thing that you need to do is install the grease zerks and add some grease to the ball joints. Do this occasionally to prevent wear. Reinstall the shafts, hubs, tie rod, and everything else that got removed. Here's a list of the torque specs for all the things that were removed or disconnected earlier in the video. If you aren't installing the ball joints onto TeraFlex axles, then the torque specs you need might be different than what's shown here. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.